District Library, Guiding Ohio Online Grant. This week, we are going to take a look at how you can organize and create bookmarks in Chrome. Now, we've talked about Google Chrome many times throughout different lessons. Today, though, we're going to look at how this can be useful for you as you are using Chrome as your web browser. Now, on my screen, I have my Bookmark Bar showing up here. I'm going to show you how. If you do not see that, if you go under View, the very first thing is always Show Bookmark Bar. I'm going to just turn that off for a minute. So if your screen looks like this without a bookmark bar there, you're going to want to go under View, and you're going to want to turn that on. Just simply putting a check mark in front of it turns that on. And then what I have across the top is, by default, you'll always have this with the apps. You can get rid of that, but you also will have the ability to have folders as well as individual websites. So I'm going to show you first of all how you can. We're going to go to the first one, which happens. I have different pages opened up here across the top. I'm going to go to the Putnam County District Library. When I go to this, and then if I say that I want to add this as a bookmark, you can go up here and you can go and simply say bookmark this tab. Or you can simply click here where the lock is at in the address bar and drag that down. And notice what happens is it puts that in my bookmark bar across the top. Now, the one thing it did do is it puts in that whole description. So you see when I hover over it, it says, Welcome to Putnam County District Library, and gives the address. You can make that change simply by right-clicking or control-clicking, depending on which type of computer you're on. Use the right-click, and then it comes up with the ability to delete. Say you accidentally put something in that you do not want there. Or you can actually go to Edit. When you go to Edit, what happens is the whole naming system comes up. And if you don't need and want that whole naming system, so since it's pretty long, we could simply click and maybe let's click here and I'm going to say delete the welcome to, and I'm even going to delete the last part here, and I'm just going to say save. So now I see Putnam County District. I could, again, I'm going to control click and I'm going to go down here to edit. And let's just say that I just simply want to say library because I know myself that it's always going to be the Putnam County Library. And notice now I have the icon for the Putnam County District Library as well as the word library. So that makes it very simple for me to go to that website. Same thing here. I'm going to click here on another tab, and I have the Putnam County Sentinel. So one more time, I'm going to do this just so you can see. Remember, I go here to the lock, and I simply drag that down. And now I have, notice it says Home Putnam with this S, which I really don't know what that is unless I hover over it. And it's got an icon that is just a globe, which does not really explain to me what it is. So I might want to, again, right-click or control-click, go to my edit, and I can then go in and maybe I just want to delete all of this here where it says Home and Putnam and just have the word Sentinel because I know that that is the Sentinel. And when I click Save, before I do that, I do want to notice here, look here, I've got Bookmarks Bar. That is where it's saving it to. So I'm going to hit Save, and that's where that's going to go, right in my Bookmarks Bar. Now, one more time here, I'm going to go here to the Putnam County. This one I know is the Putnam County Fair page. Notice I have the address here. Now, let's say that I want to go ahead. I'm going to notice here I've got this is not a secure site. So when I don't have that option, I can go down here, I can click. It does put the Putnam County Fair in there. So I don't have, and basically what that's telling me is anytime you have a lock, that means a site is secure, and in terms of credit card type of information and whatnot, whereas this is not a secure site. But I'm sure what it is they're not asking for any type of information like that on the page. So you don't have the lock showing here for this site since it's not set up as a secure site. I then am going to show you how we clicked, we brought them down, we've shortened them, and I'm going to show you. Notice here I have personal folder and I have a work folder. To create a folder, and let's see, all of these three things I added all have to do with Putnam County. So let's say I want to create a folder. I'm going to go out here to the edge of my bar here, and I am going to right click, and again I have this so it pops up with my choices. I'm going to go down here to add a folder, and when I add a folder I can title it, and I'm just going to title it Putnam, and I'm going to say save. So now I have a folder created. Now notice my folders are here at the beginning. This one was added here at the end. I can simply click and drag, and I can move things around on this page however I would like. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my library, I'm going to move that into Putnam. I'm going to take Sentinel, click, drag it in, put that in Putnam. Same thing, Putnam County Fair, click, drag that into Putnam. So now when I click on my folders, I have Library, Sentinel, and Putnam County Fair all in that same folder. And then the last thing that I was going to show you today is notice I have some of these that are maybe this is something that at one time I no longer want. So I had the same thing. I'm going to right click and I can go down here to delete, or I can even cut those out if that's what I'm choosing to do. Delete is probably the option that you would want to use because that's going to take it away permanently. So that is basically how you go about organizing, how you go about adding, how you go about creating any type of a bookmark in your Google Chrome web browser. Another option besides what I was doing where I was moving around here in the bar is you do always have the option to go up here to Bookmarks, and notice I have my organizational system as well. It's the same thing as what I see in the bookmarks, and I can go to my bookmark manager and kind of work the same way. But to me, the easier way to go about this is to work right here within the bar itself and make those changes and move them around and change them to however you would like. One other thing to note is something like, say, for example, Yahoo. Let's go back here to my plus. I'm going to go yahoo.com, return, and now notice what happens with Yahoo. I'm going to click here on the lock again. Remember now I said the lock means it's a secure site. I'm going to drag that down and notice what happens. With Yahoo, I have that symbol. So I know that that symbol stands for Yahoo. And if I would choose to, I could simply again right click, go to edit, and I could delete all of the words out. I could save, and all that's going to appear then is simply the icon. So I could drag the icon over here if I would like, or I could leave it there at the end. But now I simply just have an icon for Yahoo. Notice this is the icon for YouTube. This is the icon for a video. So that's some of the sites you have those options. And all of that is based upon how and they have designed their page. And if it's like Yahoo or Google, but you're dealing with a website that has a common and well-known symbol for it. So it concludes our session for this week. Next week, we will be looking at more basic Google Mail tips and how you can organize and work with your Gmail. Hope everyone has a good week.